Take two.
Hold up.
Hi everybody, this is Byron Lazine and Nicole White, and you are tuned in to the first ever all time.
Well, besides take one, but yes.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second. The first ever episode of The Real Word, not to be confused with The Real World.
Nope.
Of course.
Although it is kind of the real world.
We're in the real
We
world.
are in the real
and
world.
if you grew up in the 80s or 90s, then you actually know what we're talking about. And they had a really long run there.
They had a great run.
It's like
I think if they were rerunning it, I would probably watch the reruns.
from like 1 to 3 a.m. or
Yep. Mm-hmm.
that's probably when they're on, if they're still rerunning them, by the way.
I'll have to search that out because I'm usually up between 1 and 3.
That was
Always
that was
looking
the
for
start of reality TV.
It really was. And it was good reality. I mean, there were a few cities I didn't like. Like, I hated New Orleans.
We're shooting for a run that long here on this show.
The Real Word.
We're going to do it forever and ever.
It's a news show.
It's a brand new show. It's a news show.
Right.
Which Nicole doesn't like the word news.
I don't like news.
But it's all about real estate. So we know we've got to always connect with our brokerage community. Really, really tight bond. The 5 a.m. call is a great example of that. And we're just going to literally be the sports center of our industry. That's what we are, right?
And it's kind of funny that you put that
Linda Cohen?
My husband's probably laughing. He's like, news, sports center, all you have to say is politics. And like,
no
it's
politics.
Not my wife.
You hate it all.
All of that.
But you're a
We're
good
doing
sport.
it. I'm here. I'm going to be the sports center of real estate.
So we're going to pick a couple topics every single show. 2 topics that are in the headlines that are relevant to our industry. And then at the end of each show, we're going to do the final word. We'll explain that at the end.
Okay.
This is take 2. We had a little malfunction. First time we're using these microphones. We've got that straightened out. Hopefully it sounds great.
Pretty snazzy.
Make me sound so much better than I really do in real life. So that's a good thing. And let's get right into the first topic, which is, I'm super passionate about this, by the way.
Clearly.
She's not. I don't think she's going to be passionate about any of the topics. Which,
That's not true. Now you make me feel like, now you make me sound like I'm...
No, she's in it.
I'm in it. I'm here.
So on Inman News, I'm sure everybody's read or watched some videos on Inman. Bryson Massey, he's got 312 shares, by the way, on this article, which is pretty good. Wrote an article, should real estate pros upgrade to the new iPhone X? Nicole, what are your thoughts?
So I guess I'm a little surprised that they got 312 shares because I feel like
You're surprised because you're just not passionate about this.
No,
one.
I'm super passionate. I guess I just feel like it's kind of vague. But,
no, I think...
So
What do you think? I mean, they go into some AR. They dropped a dinosaur into the playground here. So I'm thinking, right, like little virtual staging opportunities, that kind of stuff.
So are you
No, I
wanting
want to
my
hear your
opinion,
opinion.
or are you gonna?
I want your opinion.
You're
Go for it. Go for it.
So I think we sort of chatted about this last time with like your bushes in your house.
Yeah.
So I might
Did some virtual landscaping.
No. So the virtual landscaping I'm not a huge fan of, but I am a fan of, I'm good with virtual staging. It's the same thing as staging. Like if you see it in the room, you can visualize the spatial. That's awesome. I guess I'm just wondering if that's sort of like the best use of our time.
How about, right. Well, I think whether it's an agent or somebody on the team or however that is,
So, but again, I think it's helpful for consumers because maybe the husband and wife can go home. We can direct them to do that. Take a picture of the space. Let's play around with it. I do think that that's fun. I think that the fact that I don't have to plug in to charge is pretty flipping awesome because...
Tech review alert right now.
If you know Nicole White, I'm always at like 8% or below. It's just how my day goes, unfortunately. So that would be fun.
But you'd have to carry that. There's like a charging pod that you can place the iPhone right on top of.
Right, but I could that could be sitting in the car or although I always plug it in the car.
Yeah, true.
That has to be plugged in? See, there's so many questions still.
That has to be plugged in.
So bottom line is, I think that I'll let you buy it.
Okay.
You figure it out.
Yeah.
And then if I like it, I'll buy it.
So you don't think an agent needs this?
I think that an agent needs...
I think they absolutely need it.
A smartphone.
Well, yeah, jeez.
Well,
I actually knew a lender that had a BlackBerry up until last year. If you're watching, post a comment. so everyone can make fun of you.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, no, he did not want to give up the BlackBerry.
My BlackBerry. I remember when I first got into the business, my manager was like, no, like, you don't need one of those. And I remember every 5 minutes, I was like hopping on the computer to check my email, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, you need it.
Here's my deal. I want to really get to the next topic.
Yeah, sorry.
I think that, yes, every agent should get the iPhone X because that's our most used and valuable tool is the phone. So
Absolutely.
You've got to have the best that's out there at all times. The best of the best.
But I'm not waiting in
Big
line.
believer in
You
that.
can wait in line.
No, I'm going to
wait.
order.
Grab two. Just pick one up for me.
I'm not waiting in line. All right. The next topic. So kind of the theme of the show, too. You had a peanut butter and fluff sandwich analogy, I think it was.
No, actually, it was the bullshit. The bullshit sandwich.
It was the shit sandwich, right?
Shit sandwich, yeah.
It's a little bit of good. I think the iPhone is a good topic. Now we're gonna beat somebody up a little bit. Not on purpose.
You're so excited.
I'm so pumped to do this. So if you're an agent, you've definitely seen this in your newsfeed, right? It's Stop Zillow, the Stop Zillow campaign. You have seen these ads. Greg Hague,
you may have
who's,
actually,
by the way, been in the business 50 years. He was just on a debate.
And he may be hitting you up for money, too.
Yeah.
We're not really certain where that's going.
So Greg's been in the business 50 years. He made that clear in this debate. And basically, Greg is running the Stop Zillow campaign. He wants to put an end to Zillow. Let's tune into one of his recent videos, the 3-ring binder days.
Greg Hague, the real estate maverick, and I so fondly recall the days when the MLS was in a 3-ring binder. Yet the black 3-ring binder, if homes expired, sold, we tear out the pages, and for new homes we put in the pages. I mean, it was cool, but it was more than cool. It was a legal monopoly. And again, I want to emphasize the word legal. Buyers had to come to us if they wanted to know what was for sale, and sellers had to come to us if they wanted access to the buyers.
Right there. Buyers had to come to us if they wanted information. I just have such a huge problem with that. Like, he's literally trying to corral human beings like they're pigs in a pig pen and, like, just tell them where they can go, where they can't go. Like, that's ridiculous. The reason Zillow is everybody's #1 go-to when they're searching properties is because consumers are demanding more information. Whether the Zillow information is legit or not, they're going to continue to grab information.
Right.
And they should.
Well, yeah. Well, but it's interesting, though, because in this, though, he's talking about all websites, though, too. So he's even angry over, like, oneincompany.com. Like, he wants even that to go away.
He does.
Yeah, because he wants you to really legitimately, like, come to an agent and look through a 3-ring binder. I mean, like, I still do paper and pen, but, like, most people do, like, notes on their phones. I do. Right. I'm sorry.
It's just super sketchy. Like, you've got to come to me, and I'll show you what I want. Or maybe I won't show you that new listing. Or maybe I'll only show you my listings. Or I don't even know what I'm seeing.
And then as your responsibility to the seller, are you really even getting it out to all the consumers that way? It's like a pocket listing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with pocket listing, but I have a major problem.
Well, if you're pocketing all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're just showing what you want. And I just have a major problem with trying to really control and monopolize the entire industry.
Well, I don't mean to go out on a limb here, but it sounds like he's being extremely unsuccessful in, like, the new world.
Yeah, I have no idea on his success rate.
Like the good old days, you know? Like, I think...
All right, let's keep going here. I want to see some more of this.
Magical. But unfortunately, real estate leadership gave that away many years ago when I guess they were convinced that if we had our homes on more than one website, if we allowed Zillow and Truly and all these websites to go out there and market our homes, it would create more buyers. But that's not true. There's a certain number of buyers in the market any given time. More websites does not create more buyers. Bottom line is, if all of our listings, if we could take it back and have all of our listings just on one website, picture the website like newspapers used to be, just an advertising medium. And it was all of our listings were on one site. No other website that was taken.
One website. I mean, this literally sounds like communism to me. Like, let's control everything down to one website.
Yeah.
So here's the deal too. Like, I'm not like some Zillow advocate. Right now I have no Zillow spend. I go on and off, and I go really, really, like, we're going to go real small.
I've never spent a dollar.
You've never spent a dollar?
Not a dollar on Zillow.
Like, super small on the Zillow spend just to have Premier Agent status. I know people, though, personally that are spending $25,000 a month or more on their Zillow spend. Right. But here's the game, Greg. Like, they're spending $25,000 and they're getting $50,000 back. If Nicole is going to give me $2 every time I give her $1, I'll just keep doing it all day long until she has no money left, right? Like, would you do that?
I would do that.
You would?
Maybe.
Well, we'll try it right after the show then. Like, you have to pay to play. I mean, that's just the world we live in. If you, Greg, you're running Zillow or, Facebook ads every single day because I see them in my newsfeed. You're paying to play to get your message out there.
Right.
Same thing with Zillow. Wherever the consumers want to be, that's where I want to be. Right? Like, I want to be right there with them. I want to go where the attention is.
Well, I think what's unfortunate here, though, too, is that I think he's underestimating the fact that consumers want to be educated too.
Yeah.
So Zillow, he's saying that it's not producing many buyers. I agree, but I can't tell you how many people that are not necessarily looking to buy right now, but are always looking to educate themselves. So these sites are perfect for that. Then they're not bothering an agent to look at properties if they don't need to. They're then going on, they're looking at open houses, looking at pictures. They have access to those things.
I'm hoping Greg will have a response. He did a really cool debate with a Zillow agent not too long ago. So I know he's passionate about this subject. Don't mean to beat up on you, dog. Just completely 100% disagree with you.
Well, in the 3-ring binder.
And especially the 3-ring binder days. Like, I do not want to go back
specifically about the 3-ring binder debate here. Yes.
Well, I'm totally against stopping Zillow. Like, I just think that if they continue to grab people's attention and continue to do what they do, which is put information in the consumer's hands, they're going to win. But if the minute they stop doing that, consumers will leave like anything else.
Right.
Like, MySpace doesn't exist anymore, right?
Right.
All right.
Well,
we're going to link up that video. We're going to link up the Inman article below so you can check those out.
Yeah, curious what you guys think. Maybe agents want to go back to 3-ring binder.
Right.
But eeks.
Maybe they're not getting the iPhone X and they want the 3-ring binder. And they'll go back to like house phones and stuff.
Right.
So the final word, it's time for the final word.
It is. Well, we don't really have a final word.
And we don't have one.
Not today.
Today's final word is...
We need a final word.
We need one. So every show we're going to take either a topic from you guys or a question. If you have something that's happening in your marketplace or just industry news that you want us to discuss on the final word, that's your opportunity. You can put it in the comments. You can inbox us. You can go Nicole at oneincompany.com, Byron at oneincompany.com. Brian can put that like flashing somewhere.
Is it flashing now? It's probably flashing right now. It's here.
It might be.
Are we touching it? Maybe we're touching it.
So that's it. That's the final word for today.
Thanks, guys. That was fun.
That was fun. We appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next time.